elite. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. It's only his 4th year. I don't think a lot of guys could say that. There's a lot of guys with a lot of passing yards that haven't had even that success and don't go to the playoffs, like Phillip Rivers and guys like that. Drew Brees hasn't been in the playoffs in 2 years. So Russell Wilson is definitely an elite quarterback, and he can lead a team. I think Russell Wilson has done a great job of proving that he is up there at top tier of players. Okay, so Russell Wilson is starting to get at least the respect of this team, if not some of the rest of the league. As you know, during his contract negotiation, people were saying, "Well, you can't pay $21.8 million for a game manager." I don't know of any quarterback in their 3rd or 4th year that's ever been named elite, even if his name was Brady. Okay?
Well, I'll tell you this. He can win. All these people that want to hate on Russell Wilson, shut up. He can win.
Yes.
I mean, this is the most he's ever lost in his life. I mean, you realize how many college games did he lose?
Not
One.
many. Yeah.
I mean, there was just one.
For Wisconsin,
Wisconsin
was only one, and it was that national championship game.
So,
a couple for Maryland,
though. Game.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? Same thing with Cam Newton. Same thing with, some of these other guys out there. I'll even throw Mariota in there. These guys know how to win, and it transcends sports, too. Look at Curry. Look at LeBron. All these guys in sports. Tiger Woods in his heyday, they just have killer instincts. And you got to respect that. So all these people, it's more than just can he go and can he pass a ball that makes all the people like, all the stupid-ass scouts on ESPN go, oh, my gosh, look at that ball, look at that release. Oh. It's not, can you do it when it's dirty and it's ugly and it makes everyone question you and you still do it because you love winning more than you love the accolades? And I'll say this, Russell Wilson is, personally, I would probably think he's a big old douchebag, but really as a quarterback, he's anything but a game manager. I totally agree. He is, I wouldn't say he's elite as in the top 3 quarterbacks in the league, or maybe even the top 5, but he is on the upper echelon.
He is.
No question.
He is. And recently there was a photo released, and I went ahead and passed it off to Mr. Coffin to find somebody at Jock Journal to write an article about it. But there was an interview with Cliff Averill, and in the background of this TV interview, you could see a naked Russell Wilson standing, like maybe in a shower or in front of somebody or something, completely, totally naked, and his bare ass is sitting right there. So, ladies who are watching and you want to see Russell Wilson's bare butt, just go ahead and text 77948. I will send that over to you. We tried to put it on Facebook a couple of times, and they made us take it down. So,
some of you dudes too. That's the thing now. I mean, that's the
yep.
thing. I mean, let it go. I mean,
let it
there,
go.
Boom.
It's there. So I won't know if you're a guy or a girl texting me at 77948. I'll just go ahead and reply. If you type the word Wilson to me, you text space and then Wilson, I will send you a picture of Russell Wilson naked, completely right there with his bare butt. And Ciara, from what I heard, you're not having sex, and if you're listening, you may not have a nude picture of Russell Wilson yet. This might be your first chance to have a nudie pic of your boyfriend. So contact me, and I won't even charge you for it. Just go ahead and give us a holler. We're here for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's Ciara. I mean, if you're gonna get the pick, I mean, at least plug Jock Journal while you're at it. That'd be nice.
Yeah, exactly. Tell the world in like one of the songs about how websites are giving you naked pictures of your boyfriend, and that will be gold, and we'll carry each other to the top. Okay. So one more quick thing to discuss inside the NFL before we do it, and I have to talk to you about it because you are the Minnesota man. Harrison Smith and Anthony Barr are ruled out for the second straight game. And what that means to their defense is wickedly powerful. It's terrible, terrible, terrible news. This is not a good situation for them. They're going to be facing the Chicago Bears, a division rival. Is this like a sign of their unraveling late in the season?
I was actually pretty impressed with the way they played last week without the same guys, because those two weren't against. And I mean, Arizona has one of, if not the most powerful offense in the league. So the fact that they were able to have the same, they were able to be pretty productive against a very, very, very awesome team that nobody gave them a chance to win. I'll give it to them. I think they're going to still be able to produce. The thing is that Andrew Sendejo was back this week, so he's going to be able to play at strong safety, which is going to be able to free Terrence Newman to go back to playing corner. So Trey Waynes, the rookie from Michigan, doesn't have to stand back there. And last week, that was what really got. And Michael Johnson, Arizona's receiver, was just burning the Viking secondary alive, and that was because Blanche was on him. And I think that with Rhodes and Newman out there, I think the secondary will be able to be good enough to keep them in the game and be able to shut down the Bears, who just, I think the Bears are unraveling as far as their offensive unit goes.
That's true. It seems that people have learned how to get through their zone blocking scheme, which is really weird that John Fox has actually gone to a zone blocking scheme in Soldier Field, which, guys, if you know anything about the logistics of football, zone blocking in icy conditions is a stupid idea. I mean, it doesn't work because you don't have a chance to plant your foot. You're kind of like moving around like a basketball player, and you don't get the leverage that you need to make things work for you as a blocker. So I don't know. I it worked well in November, but now it's looking like that zone blocking scheme is causing a lot of people to get to Cutler lately.
Yeah. I mean, Cutler, he's going to have a lot of problems here too. And the one thing, I mean, you got to look out for Zach Miller. That's the one guy I think in this team that's starting to step up, starting to have a lot of big time production. He's had I think 5 touchdowns so far this year, and he's only been playing, I think, since the San Diego game, so he hasn't been even in the whole year. Better than Martellus has been, and he's out for the rest of the year. So, but anytime you go against Alshon, anytime you got Forte, and anytime you got Cutler acting half competent, you never know. But I think Minnesota should be able to tear it up.
Well, I'm hoping that you're right. I really am, because I'd like to see Minnesota and Green Bay flip-flop positions. I'm sure you would too, because then you get a home field advantage situation for the Minnesota Vikings. But I'm scared of playing Green Bay in in January. However, I'm not so
for
scared
the division.
Yeah. Well, or
or in a playoff game, yeah.
Exactly. So I would much rather play Minnesota in Minnesota, where the Seahawks have already played them and beat them by a healthy amount, than go up to Green Bay. Yeah, it just makes more sense, at least for me. So I guess there's a couple of things I want to throw out there really quick, and I'll just get through these really fast before we get to the break. There's an article on jockjournal.com by Ben Morrell, and it's called "A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Super Bowl." This article has been getting a whole heck of a lot of attention, almost on a viral sense recently.
Ben is the man.
He really is. He's got this like really just cool way about him, and I wanted to throw a couple of the things that he wrote into this. These limericks that are in this article really quick. This is for New England. There once was a fellow named Brady. Some say he did things that were shady. Debated some calls, deflated some balls, and he married a very fair lady. There's all kinds of them almost for many teams already that are out there, and there are some really good ones here. The Green Bay. There was a successor to Favre. Opposing defenses he'd carve. They used to score 40, but then they lost Jordy. Poor cheeseheads, we hope you don't starve. If you want to read more, just go out there. They're out there. They're fun to read. They're good little Christmas things to toss out.
Very witty.
Yeah, it's good for if you have a bunch of people in a room and you're talking and you're looking for entertainment and stuff like that, that's the way to go. It really is. So go on over to jockjournal.com and take a look for that article. Also on jockjournal.com from Brandon Sweeney, a brand new position coach or division coach that we have, which are kind of like editors for the divisions. He wrote a Jock Journal exclusive, which is catching up with Tyrone Carter. If you don't remember who Tyrone Carter is, he's right. The picture on it is, just right there. He spent time with the Vikings, Jets, Steelers, Chargers. He's had an enormous NFL career of 11 seasons. And he got basically an exclusive little interview with them, and not a whole lot there, but it's something that Jock Journal is moving themselves up into a new level by getting the opportunity to go out and talk to some of these players, and it's kind of neat to actually have.
I'm from Minnesota. I'm from Minnesota, and I love this article. I love led me to their Twitter page and everything, and it was a really cool story. I really like that. I thought that was one of my favorites of the week.
Yeah, it really is. It's a short article. It's a good read, and it says a lot. It makes you kind of feel good. So the last one is called 4 Questions for Denver by Glenn Goodner. Whose team is this? Osweiler, Peyton Manning. Does Denver have a viable running game and offensive line? Those 4 questions are probably the primary questions to what's going on with the Denver Broncos at this point. It's a pretty good read as well. So I'll take you a chance to go out to Jock Journal, take a look at these articles, read them, enjoy yourself, have a good time over this weekend, and hopefully you can get people into Jock Journal to find some more readers and build the community that's already growing at an enormous rate. Javi,
if you want those drinks, tell them they got to go to Jock Journal and like us on our Facebook page. Come on, people.
Yeah,
drink Jock Journal. Repeat.
We want some
Jock Journal. Drink.
I don't have one drink so far. Nobody has texted in a drink. Are you guys all like AA members or something? Do I need to maybe shut up about alcohol? What's going on? Tell me what's going on.
Just
at least
dig in the
text me.
memory banks.
Yes.
Everybody drink at one time. Come on now.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so let's go ahead and head off to break. And when we get back from break, we are going to go through all the Week 15 picks with Javier Avalos of jockjournal.com, who has been with us for last 7 weeks, helping with the picks. And he's here again, and we'll be here throughout the regular season. But with that, it is time for break.
Finally, can we take a moment and stop listening to these idiots long enough to get the Cars for Kids jungle stuck in my head?
Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Also on the web at carsforkids.com. That's Cars with a K. We're a recognized 501c3 charity organization, so you'll receive a maximum tax deduction. What's more, you'll receive a free vacation voucher of 3 days and 2 nights.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Are you looking for the web's best sports news? Visit jockjournal.com. Sports media has lost its touch. It seems that journalists are scared to report what they see in fear of losing access to the teams they cover. At jockjournal.com, you get inside information on the entire NFL community without all the politics or fears other writers have. That's jockjournal.com. When you need the NFL sports news, information, opinions, fantasy football, or discussions, there is only one place to go, and it's jockjournal.com.